everyone, Hate Mail here. Before we start the video, I just wanted to say that we have a video that we missed when Kage was collecting them. I forgot it was sent to me via line. Very good video that many of us really liked, and we definitely wanted to put it in the finalists. It was by VentusOne, and as you can see, it's showing Barda taking on a full team, an evasion team, so it was really impressive. After some discussion, we thought about re-recording, but we still are going to stick with our top 3 finalists because the one thing this match was lacking was a green tune, but it was definitely right on the cusp of being in our final 3. So with that, enjoy this video and we will show you the rest. Welcome to WROL Broadcast. I am Hate Mail, and with me today we have Loot.
Hey guys.
Kage.
Hello.
And Burger.
What's up?
And we are doing our Fall Brawl contest results winners. So now we are going to be voting on the finalists. And our finalists include, from Rundown on Twitch, his Azrael versus one of the most annoying teams out there, which is White Lantern Sinestro, Cersei, and Chemo, and I can't remember who the fourth... Oh, Black Mask.
Black Mask.
Which that team is always a pain. What I really liked about this video was that he was L2 and was taking on a pretty strong team. Had a little bit of bad RNG on there, and definitely a high vote for me. What do you think, Kage?
I thought it was kind of cheesy. You know, it's Azrael, but it was actually one of the cooler Azraels we've seen. So and he's a new tune. He does some cool stuff. So you kind of got to let it slide a bit.
Yeah, we had a lot of Azrael videos, but this was one of the most impressive ones in my mind. So I definitely think this should be one of the top contenders. How about you, Burger?
Yeah, I had them definitely in my top 6 out of everybody. I think being a lower rank and being able to do the things that Azrael was doing, like it definitely stands out as a good one.
And Luke, your thoughts?
So I'll be honest, I kind of passed over all of the Azrael submissions because in my mind they were just too cheesy. But it was then brought to light that in this particular fight, this is the debuff kingdom of fights. You're fighting White Lantern Sinestro with that Black Mask and the Cersei with Chemo. It's debuff galore. So I was like, well, why would we vote for that? He's got debuff immunity. That's so cheesy. But he doesn't have it the whole fight. And he takes on those debuffs. So power to you, Rundown. You did an awesome job.
Yeah, very good. I was excited to see you make it into the finals. And the next one on our list is from Kaelern. And this is Guy Gardner taking on a super impressive team. And his Guy Gardner is pretty strong. It is a RB1, but he is taking on an RB2 Wonder Girl that is max power. Power Girl, Etrigan, led by Hired Gun Deadshot. This might be my favorite one of the bunch, potentially. It's such an impressive fight. Didn't see very many Guy Gardner submissions. Luke, we'll start with you this time. What was your thoughts on this video?
So when I saw this video, I thought winner. I was like, holy cow, this is the craziest fight ever. Because what happens right off the bat, Wonder Girl lays into him and takes off, 90% of his health, very first hit from turn 1. And he beat him. Crazy.
What I loved about this fight too was that he was at 1 life the entire match. So it's just so close.
That Wonder Girl just slayed him.
Burger, what were your thoughts on this one?
Oh yeah, same way. It's like the entire time it's like a suspenseful movie when you're like, oh, is he going to make it? Is he going to make it? And he just ends up going, bonkers and just, takes out the entire team. So I had it ranked number 1 on my list.
Kage?
The whole time I was watching this video, I was like, my RNG would never be this good. I feel like this video took multiple takes to take. He's like sweating right there. He's try harding. He's like, man, I'm gonna get this. He's got 100 videos in his reel, his photo reel. He's like, it's just this one match, and he gets it. So I feel like this is the kind of video that is.
So I will say, I think we all agree this one is in our top 3. So we will move that into our top 3 group. Next on the list, we had Death of Superman by Electric Boogaloo. I really like this one. This is Doomsday, lower powered team, but facing a lower powered team. So he's L2. He's got a 3,909 gear score, but he's facing Superman lead, Yellow Lantern Sinestro. I just blanked out the guy's name. Oh, Kilowog, and he's facing Vandal Savage. Maybe negative points for Vandal Savage, but really good fight.
Only if he's elite.
And the whole team's L1. Really good fight, long fight, unique. The only Doomsday submission I think I saw through the whole thing. Kage, what were your thoughts on this one?
I thought it was neat. It's always cool to make a comic book, storyline come to life. I think it's cool to see lower level players just kind of having fun, sticking around with different comps at the lower levels. So, it was a fun match to watch, but I think it was one of the better ones, but I don't think it's my top 2.
How about you, Burger?
No, yeah, so I had them number 3. Part of it could have been like the nostalgia and thinking about like Death of Superman and all that stuff. So definitely got some extra points from that. But, really I would say the only thing that would have made Doomsday lose is that Vandal was in the number 1 spot in team lead. Hands down, he would have got wiped out. I had this one as number 3 on my board. So great overall fight.
And Luke, final thoughts on this one?
Missing out on that Vandal lead superpower, huh? It was a cool fight. I just watched it again right now. And I think the thing that I like about this fight is the gear level is like right there. So it's evenly matched. And he gets super low on health, but he never has to do his revive. So he won. He wouldn't have even lost a star, Yeah,
it was a good fight. Good name. I think this one might make our final 3. We'll decide here shortly, but very good one. Next one on our list was a Parallax fight by Mikey Dangerous. This was we had a couple Parallax, but this was a unique one. He is 4-star. I'm not sure what gear level 5600 gear score is. Maybe gear 10, gear 9, but
it's gear 10. Yeah,
gear 10. More importantly, he's facing a Lex team. They're all gear 10 as well. 2 greens, a red, and a blue. So it's pretty difficult fight. He's power score 5600 facing a 22,000 team, and just a really good fight. This is actually one of my favorite ones. This is one of the ones I was eyeballing early on for winning. Burger, what are your thoughts on this one?
Yeah, so I had them number 2 on my board, so I'm with you on that. This was one of the ones that when I went to hit play, I was like, I wonder if they're going to be trolling us and this guy's going to get wiped off the face of the map. But he did. I mean, he held his own and he did well, and I ended up with number 2 overall on my board.
How about you, Kage?
I thought it was a pretty cool video as well. It really showcases how oppressive Parallax could have been If he had like a turn 0 taunt, I think he would be one of the best taunters in the game. But I think that just is a good showcase of how good Parallax RNG is when you're not hate mail.
What's funny though is
So
this siege I've had strangely good RNG, so it's
Shh, don't say that. It's going to disappear.
I've been showing Chosen my fights in our contest, and he's like, "What the? Your RNG is amazing!" And I'm like, "This never happens." So, but that aside, and Loot, final thoughts on this one?
This is one of my top 2 choices. So right up there with the Guy Gardner match. It's a tough fight. I mean, Parallax is tanky, but he has so many negative things about him. I was surprised that he was able to win, to be totally honest. So top 2 for sure.
Next one we have is Katana versus, and it's by Jayemcb. It's Katana. She is, I think, Gear 11, facing a mostly Gear 10.5-ish type team, close to Gear 11. It's mostly green with 1 blue. So, Kage, what were your thoughts on this one?
you know me, I have my bias toward Katana. I love Katana, but I think I saw another Katana submission up there. I think it was a Rebirth too. I wanted to like that one as well, but I think both of these are pretty cool. It shows how tanky she is, but I don't think it's as impressive as seeing an underdog like Parallax or Guy Gardner take over. But, it's pretty cool to see her, steal the Arcus buffs or, steal buffs and kind of lay into people and just be fat and tanky.
Loot, how about you?
It was okay. Definitely worth talking about on our podcast. Not one of my favorites, only because she's in the leader role, right? So she's got way more health than if she was off lead. And with that buff steal move, she also has some death immunity. She's got a good 3. She's good. It was a good fight. Not my top 3, but it was a good fight.
Burger?
Yeah, I didn't have this one as one of my top ones, but I do think Katana is is a little underrated. Like, you don't see her out there very often, but I do think like her skill set, with death immunity, like Luke just mentioned, and turn meter up and that type of stuff, that she should be able to wreck a few greens and stuff on there. But definitely impressive fight, but I didn't have it as one of my top 10.
All right, so I think that is one that we'll put into our honorable mention pile. And next up, we have Hush by protensisgaming. And this was a pretty cool one. He had Hush, who is pretty much a trash tier character, versus a pretty solid squad that had Starfire, Jessica Cruz. Looks like he was a little stronger than some of the tunes in the match, but there were 3 greens and a blue, and 2 of the greens looked like they were about the same gear level. So I have to say that was pretty impressive to me, especially because he would come really close to dying, and then he would get down to, then all those men's would just bring him right back.
Those men's are keeping him alive. Dude, I totally...
And so, Burger, what do you think about this one?
So this is one that had me, think for a second, like, should I go and not make Hush a slow gear? And then I thought again and said, no, I definitely made the right choice before. But still an impressive match. And hats off. I mean, red versus 3 greens. I mean, it's impressive.
Luke, what were your thoughts on this one?
I was super impressed with this fight. One of my favorites that I saw. Why can't Hush really be that good? Because in this video, he's really good. But in reality, he's trash. He is like the definition of trash tier. But somehow I don't understand it. This video was like showing me a whole new side to Hush, but I feel like it's not an accurate portrayal of Hush. So anybody that's watching this, do not sink your precious materials into Hush. In this video, he's awesome. In reality, he's terrible.
Yeah, so he basically catfished everybody with it, right?
Yeah.
Exactly. She's that Tinder date. She's like, you're looking at the Tinder pictures. You're like, that looks pretty good. And then you kind of scope it out in person. Like, oh no, I gotta get out of here.
All right.
But yeah,
And
I don't know. I think Hush he's not terrible. I mean, I don't think he's that bad. But, you know, this kind of highlights how amazing he can be in the right situation.
and how characters work a little different at different gear levels sometimes.
Yeah, I mean, he's just constantly healing and mending himself, and that actually does get scary because he's got the debuff immunity and the mends, and you just can't take him down.
All right, next on our list. So I guess that one might be in our top 3. We'll hash that out here in a moment. And I believe this is our last one, and that is, let me pull this up, by Hawkeye. So this was also a very good video, and it was similar to Rundowns, except his is RB3, so that does give him a little more of an advantage versus a fully L5 maxed out White Lantern Sinestro, Black Mask, Cersei, and Chemo. So this was the one that started it, and I think Rundown decided to see if he could do it at his L2 version. So what were your thoughts on this, Loot?
Look, it's a great fight. The only problem that I have with this is that this is not your ordinary Azrael. This is like, it's almost cheating. It's an RB3 Azrael. I mean, the guy's freaking insane. I have to prioritize an RB3 Azrael when I fight him. So, no, there's no question he's going to rack face. Solo, I mean, did you see what we were doing in the raid? My God. Dude wrecks. So, it was a cool fight to watch, but a lot of Velveeta.
Yeah, he's yeah, the one thing I will say though is he didn't get buff immunity until late in the fight. Early in the fight, he never procced it for whatever reason. But just was healing like a maniac. Burger, what were your thoughts on that one?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's exactly what we expect to see from Azrael. You know, I will say this, like, you know, there was, after I saw that video, you know, me having an RB3 Azrael as well, I was like, hey, I'm going to get out there and, you know, see what I can do and put mine out there. And he definitely was not having the same type of success as Hawkeye had. So maybe him and Hawkeye have a special chemistry that I just can't duplicate. And there is some good stuff happening there.
So that puts us... Oh, go ahead, Kake. I'm sorry.
I was just going to say real quick, I feel like this is one of those videos you're kind of seeing, like, you know, college football players, you know, D1 football players beating up middle school kids, you know? And it just kind of seems unfair. You're like, man, you're big, dude. Come on. Take it easy. So that's how I felt.
So I think our final finalists are Kaelern's Guy Gardner. We had Death of Superman by Electric Boogaloo. In Parallax by Mikey Dangerous. Were those the 3 that you all were thinking as the top 3? Just basing that on who had the most votes by each person.
Yeah, Parallax, Guy Gardner, for sure.
And Doomsday.
Doomsday, maybe even that Hush video. That was really good.
Who were your final 3, Burger?
My top three were Guy, Parallax, and Doomsday. So these three.
Okay, I think those are my three too. How about you, Kage?
I'm convinced they need to nerf the green affinity. Stop producing good green characters for a while. They're so dominant, dude. So overpowering. I don't know. I'll go with whatever you guys think. I don't have strong feelings for or against any of these videos. They were all fun to watch.
So maybe we'll do a so we're gonna do a first place. Who do we want? Who do we think is first out of these three? Let's start with that. I think I'm leaning
Guy Gardner.
Yeah, I think I'm leaning Guy.
It's my
Guy has my
absolute favorite.
I don't know. Parallax is a trash character, and the fact he could pull off a 1v4.
Yeah, that one is.
Guy Gardner is kind of like an S tier raid character.
But he's not
at least
S
A
tier in PvP, so.
No, but once Guy gets off, he builds a bunch of strength ups and like can one shot people.
But it was
Well,
Reaver
I'll tell you
Wonder
why I
Girl.
like the Guy one better. I liked it better because he came within a tick of health, where Parallax just kept healing himself. That's the only reason why I like that one
I mean,
better.
it was an RB2 Wonder Girl and Etrigan. That's what sealed it for me.
Yeah. All right.
He took on the S tier.
Burger, which one was your?
Oh yeah, I had Guy. I mean, for that same reason. I mean, the Etrigan and Wonder Girl. I didn't think there was any way he was going to do it, but yeah, he definitely. It was a great match.
All right, so our winner is for first place, $100 gift card, Kaelern. Just reach out to us. You know where to find us.
Yay, Kaelern!
And we will make that happen. So let's pick number 2. We had Doomsday or Parallax. I think I'd lean Parallax just because I think...
I vote Parallax. Definitely.
Parallax.
Yeah, for sure, Parallax for sure.
But since you three made it into the finalists, we're going to give second prize to Doomsday as well. So you both will earn a $50 gift card, so be sure to reach out to us. And the other videos, which we really liked, Hush, the rundowns with Azrael, and even Hawkeye's, I'll give you all honorable mentions, so you will be earning gift cards as well. $25 gift cards. So be sure to reach out to us and we will make that happen, or we'll find you. But let us know your preference. And we really appreciate all the submissions. We had a lot of other great videos, but only so many we could do. I think we had, what did we have, over 50, Kage? Somewhere around that. Yeah, it was a lot of videos. I mean, a lot of videos. So we really appreciate everyone's enthusiasm. This was a fun contest. It looked like everybody had a good time. Probably should have made it a little shorter. So we'll learn that for next time. But maybe we'll come up with something. Maybe we'll do winter games or something later on. But we thank you all for listening, supporting the show, and congratulations to the winners.
Oh, let me run this. Let me throw this out there real quick. What if our next contest we do? Hey, can you do a full board clear with using like D list characters?
That would be a fun
full
contest.
board clear.
Let's
Not
get,
just 1v4. So yeah.
we'll give it a little bit. Maybe do later in winter games. But yeah, that's a good idea. So people keep an ear out for that. I like that. I was thinking of something kind of similar at one point before I started doing board clears with Azrael solo, and decided to throw that out. All right, guys. Well, thanks for listening. Till next time.
Thank you for listening to this episode of WROL Broadcast. Please help us out by becoming a Patreon and getting access to special Patreon-only shows. Just go to patreon.com/WROL Broadcast. We also now have DC face masks at our store. Be sure to check it out.
What happened to Tootie Tron? He's so meta now.